On June 27, 2025, publicly traded companies Alvotech and Dr. Reddy announced a co-development and commercialization partnership for a biosimilar version of Merck's Keytruda pembrolizumab. Pembrolizumab is one of the world's highest-selling oncology drugs, with over $29.5 billion in annual sales as of 2024. And this deal would allow these two companies to enter the growing market for biosimilars at the onset of its global patent expiry. In this report, we analyze the deal and the competitive landscape to assess the likelihood of success and financial implications. Let's start with the big picture. Why would two separate publicly traded companies agree to partner on developing a biosimilar? What is their value proposition to patients and payers? Keytruda, a PD-1 immune checkpoint inhibitor, has revolutionized cancer treatment across numerous indications. However, as with many breakthrough therapies, its list price is very high, reflecting its substantial clinical benefit. As of today, it is the top-selling oncology biologic globally, with over $29.5 billion in annual sales. But the expense creates barriers for some patients and healthcare systems seeking more affordable options. This deal proposes a biosimilar that mirrors Keytruda's therapeutic profile while delivering meaningful cost savings, which introduces several patient-centric and system-wide benefits. These include a reduced financial burden, improved patient adherence, enhanced real-world outcomes, and greater global access. Let's dive deeper into each one. First, a reduced financial burden. Biosimilars are typically priced at 20 to 30% less than their originator counterparts. By offering a biosimilar to Keytruda, this deal seeks to provide a more accessible option without compromising on efficacy. This cost reduction can help stretch limited budgets, allowing for more patients to receive life-saving treatment. Second, improved patient adherence. High drug prices can force tough decisions between treatment and other essential needs. With a biosimilar, patients may face fewer financial obstacles, leading to better adherence to therapy and ultimately better health outcomes. Third, enhanced real-world outcomes. By improving access and affordability, the biosimilar can help increase the number of patients who receive immunotherapy, which is associated with durable responses and improved survival in multiple cancer types. Importantly, the anticipated cost savings can offset the need to reduce pricing to achieve formulary access, helping health systems improve quality-adjusted life years (QALEs) per patient. And fourth, greater global access. Cancer treatment disparities exist worldwide. A more affordable Keytruda biosimilar can help bridge this gap by enabling wider access to this important class of drugs in low- and middle-income countries where the cost of Keytruda remains a significant barrier. Now let's look at the market niche and industry evolution that makes this deal compelling. First, market pull. There is a clear and present demand for cost-effective cancer treatments. As the global immuno-oncology market matures, healthcare systems worldwide are actively seeking solutions to manage rising costs while meeting the increasing demand for effective cancer therapies. Second, technology push. Alvotech brings a proprietary biologics development and manufacturing platform with a biosimilar-focused strategy. They have multiple clinical stage assets with a robust pipeline sourced through internal research and external innovation. Additionally, Dr. Reddy's contributes extensive commercialization experience, regulatory navigation, and biologics manufacturing expansion, especially in emerging markets. Their partnership provides technical depth and global commercialization reach, optimizing development to market pathways. Finally, real-world evidence and cost-effectiveness. Early biosimilars like rituximab and trastuzumab demonstrated comparable outcomes to originators with improved affordability. This new deal involving pembrolizumab is expected to drive improved adherence and equity of care. Health economic models project several $1,000s of per-patient cost savings annually, especially in cancers with long treatment durations like an SCLC. Let's now turn to the competitive landscape. Who else is developing a Keytruda biosimilar And how does this deal stack up? We see three main contenders. First, Celltrion, a late-stage developer of biosimilars with a focus on large molecule follow-ons. They have multiple candidates in development, including 𝗕𝗜𝗙, a proposed pembrolizumab biosimilar. Celltrion benefits from an integrated biosimilar business that enables tight cost control and manufacturing scalability. It's worth noting that they have entered into numerous biosimilar partnerships with companies like Samsung Bioepis, Hospira, and Mylan, giving them additional avenues for development and commercialization support. Given their deep experience and broad partnerships, Celltrion is likely to be among the first to file globally. Their late-stage development timelines are aggressive with submissions planned within the next year or so. Second, Sandoz, a division of Novartis, which has been a pioneer in biosimilars. They have a strong late-stage candidate and an even stronger regulatory engine to get it approved. However, the lack of a named product makes it difficult to track progress. Keep in mind that Sandoz has unmatched biosimilar commercial expertise, especially in Europe. Payer contract strategies are expected to ensure rapid market penetration following approval. And third, there are several other notable developers including Samsung Bioepis, Biocad, Innovent, and mAbxience, all of whom remain in earlier development phases. So when we look at the competitive landscape, Celltrion and Sandoz are the most advanced. However, both Alvotech and Dr. Reddy's bring unique strengths to the table. Alvotech has made good regulatory strides over the past year, including biologics license applications for other biosimilars like AVT03, which is Prolia, and Xgeva for the treatment of osteoporosis and bone-related complications in oncology. Meanwhile, Dr. Reddy's continues to expand its biosimilar footprint through launches like Versavo in the UK and by building biologics facilities to support commercialization. Now, let's talk about the due diligence process and valuation. Both stocks trade at relatively low multiples, suggesting some pessimism in the market. Here's what investors should watch for. For Alvotech, ongoing R&D investments, especially in biologics, may temporarily pressure cash flows. However, this deal helps to risk the pipeline and provides a near-term catalyst for growth. For Dr. Reddy's, continued execution against its biologics strategy is key. Success in the EU and Asia markets could boost valuation, especially if it drives profitability in the near term. Looking out 5 years, here's what I believe the future holds for Alvotech and Dr. Reddy's. The global PD-1 inhibitor market is expected to reach over $45 billion by 2030. Even if just 10 to 15% of this market is captured by biosimilars, that still represents $4 to $6 billion annually in revenue. And if this deal captures 30 to 40% of biosimilar PD-1 revenues, then we're talking about $1.20 to $2.4 billion per year. That is why I believe that Alvotech shares could rise to the $15 to $20 range by 2028 if biosimilar filings and launches remain on track, and if the company can secure more approvals for its other biosimilars in development. Similarly, Dr. Reddy's valuation could appreciate by 15 to 30% over 5 years, driven by the aforementioned outlook for biosimilar uptake, especially in the EU and Asia. However, the road ahead is not without risks. Regulatory delay due to any clinical divergence or manufacturing inconsistency could stall filings and launches. Pricing erosion due to an overly aggressive biosimilar competition could also compress margins, limiting profitability. Lastly, uncertainty around physician, buy-in, and payer restrictions could slow market uptake, thereby limiting access to this potentially life-saving therapy. In conclusion, this collaboration is a strategic response to the growing global demand for effective yet affordable cancer treatments. Alvotech and Dr. Reddy's are uniquely positioned to harness the opportunities presented by Keytruda's impending patent expiry. Their combined strengths in research, development, manufacturing, and commercialization significantly de-risk the development and access pathways for a biosimilar. The deal aligns with broader industry and regulatory trends favoring biosimilars. If executed successfully, the collaboration has the potential to deliver substantial long-term value not only for shareholders, but also for patients worldwide by enhancing access to this innovative cancer therapy. However, challenges remain, particularly navigating the complexities of biosimilar development and securing market acceptance. Overcoming these hurdles will be crucial to realizing the full potential of this promising deal. Alright everyone, that's a look at the Alvotech Dr. Reddy's deal in the biosimilar space. If you enjoyed this analysis, please hit the like button and consider subscribing for more content. Thanks for watching.